Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Karade. Today is 2nd July 2022. Today I am going to explain today's video topic, that is a named query and derived query and native query in queries. Now going to the topic. Before that, this is the original video. Now going to the topic. Basically, query refers to the JPQL or a SQL query with system similar to SQL. Generally, we use that to create DML statements. That is DML statements. That means CRUD operation. CRUD operations are used to create, delete, read, save, etc. are the operations performed into the CRUD operations. Now, in JPA stands for Java Persistence API. In that, you can create a query using entity manager creates query. You can look into an API for more API information. API stands for the application programming interface. In that, we use this interface to transfer queries from by use queries and perform operations into the database. In that, all the queries are saved in the type of methods in SQL. Basically, in the JPA native query example, we use JPA native query, SQL select, that is also called as SQL select query. Using that, create native query method. That means the empty manager interface. We will pass in the query string to be executed in underlying database, and the entity type that will be returned as a result. In that, we will also use named SQL native query. For example, native queries and named queries difference. We will see the difference between native query and derived query difference. Basically, native query refers to actual SQL queries, referring to actual database objects. These queries are the SQL statements which can be directly executed in database using a database client. Now next one is a derived query. In that derived query, named query is the way you define your query by giving it a name. For example, you could define this in mapping file in Hibernate, or also using annotation at entity level. In that entity level, we can in Hibernate we use annotations into the entity level. This is the information about the native query and derived query in Spring. These queries are directly fired into the interface is created for declaring the methods into the query to pass the parameters from the interface, and the queries are written into the string format, and we can use this method to perform operation. The derived SQL queries are defined using the named native query. Now, and annotation. This annotation may be placed on any entity. That means we can use any entity and defines the name of a query as well as query list. Like SQL named queries, the name of the query must be unique within the persistence unit. and this is unique query will be used to perform operations into the database. Basically, that we can use string to write a query into the code, and the methods parameters are given from the interface, and this will perform operations into the database. This is the information about the derived query and named query in Spring, and we can perform operations in by using this derived queries and native queries. Uh, Thank you very much.